Deadly Dames, and this is this week's pickup video. Firstly, I just want to give a really big shout out to the Wicker Boy, who very kindly sent us over a couple of pop vinyls that I believe he had doubles of. He didn't have to do that, and we're very thankful that he did. So we've got Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is actually a little bobblehead. It's quite cute. And the Black Widow as well. So thank you very much for that, Wicker Boy, and I'll put the link to his channel down below. If you haven't subbed to him, go and check out his channel. He's always got really interesting stuff. Certainly a lot of movies that I've never heard of, he's responsible for me then going to find them so that I can watch them. So yeah, I'll put his link down below. Go check out his channel. And thanks again. Then I went to Computer Exchange and I did pick up a couple of things from there. So the first thing I got was an upgraded Pitch Black, because I only had Pitch Black on DVD. I'd always kind of held off hoping I'd maybe pick up the Steelbook, but when I seen this limited edition comic book style, when I do like these comic book style ones, but it's always movies that I'm not that fussed about getting. But it was only £2 for Computer Exchange, so I thought, why not, I'll upgrade it to Blu-ray finally. Excuse me. I also picked up a couple of Arrow Video Slipbox editions. Now, I loved these editions from Arrow Video, and I kind of still wish that they did them. And there's not very many that I don't have. I think the ones that I don't have are ones that I've seen once upon a time and I've just not bought them for some reason. And I always take that as a sign, if you've not bought them at the time, that there's a reason for that. I actually do have the DVD version of this, but I really wanted the Blu-ray as well, which is Phenomena. And they also had Tenebrae there as well, so I picked up both of them, and they were actually very cheap. They were £6 each, I believe. Definitely around about that price anyway, which is quite good considering how much these slipbox editions have shot up in price recently. I actually remember when I bought the DVD versions of these in Computer Exchange maybe 4 years ago, I think it was, for £1 each, and it just shows you the difference in the price that Arrow has gained over the years. I bought Zombie Flesh Eaters for the same price at the same time, and you wouldn't get them now for £1, so it just shows you, if you see a bargain, get it at the time. Excuse me. Also from Arrow Video, I got the picture book in. Light's really dull in here. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know why it suddenly just got really dull. Hopefully you can see this okay. It's my fault that I got this book. I got really excited when Arrow Video announced The Hitcher. I thought it was a movie and jumped on it, and then I realised as I was buying it that it was a book. But I am a big fan of this movie anyway, so I'm happy enough to read the book. The only thing I would say about this is how skinny it is for the price that you pay for it. There's not a lot there. I would have preferred the movie because it's actually not had a decent UK Blu-ray release here yet. So I wonder who's got the rights for it, because I think if Arrow could release it, if they've released the book, if they could release the movie, I think they would have done it. So I'm really curious as to who's actually got the rights to the Blu-ray, because I'd love to see that. Excuse me. I picked Clear up a DC one, so this is actually a cartoon, but it just sounded really more dark than they usually do on the back of it. So it's a Flashpoint Paradox. It's a Justice League one. And then when I was at the counter, they always have you buy something and you get another DVD or Blu-ray for less. And this was here, and I've been kind of on a John Waters kick recently. Been watching Pink Flamingo and what was the other one called? Something Maniacs.
Multiple Maniacs.
Multiple Maniacs. And I thought, I've not seen this in years, and I thought, oh, why not? I'll pick it up and I'll give it a go again. It was really cheap. And then there's a guy on eBay, excuse me, who has been selling off his entire movie collection, and he had a lot of really unusual and rare movies in there. And it's funny, when I first bought the first couple I got from him, that was like, no, that's me, I'm not getting any more. And then I went back on, I had another look, and I was like, oh, there's more on there that I want. The only one I regret not buying when he first put it on is he had, it was a DVD though, of Remote Control, which is a really old 80s film, had Kevin Dillon in it, and it's really hard to find that film, and I kind of swithered on it and missed it, so that's the only one I really regret not picking up. But I went back on his to see if he had anything else left, and I ended up getting a couple more. So that's the long story shortened. So I got Cassandra, which is an Aussie horror film. I've actually never heard about this, but the price dropped on it, and I thought, oh, why not, let's give it a go. Besides the other films that I've taken a chance on from him, have actually turned out to be pretty good, so I thought, why not? And then the other one I got was this one. I think it was called, I can't remember what the actual English title of this was. Scream of Terror or something it was called. If anybody can translate that, let me know. But yeah, it sounded quite good, and as you can see, it's never actually been opened. So again, price dropped on it, so I figured why not? Let's get it and see what it's all about. But yeah, that's everything that I've picked up this week. As you can see, I'm being really good, but that's because I know that HorrorCon's coming up, and I know when I say it's coming up, it's actually not that far, but it's not that close, but it's also not that far away. Time flies. And also we've got 2 HorrorCons pretty much a weekend apart, because we're going to go to Edinburgh and Sheffield. And then on top of that, Carly Monroe, who is going to Edinburgh HorrorCon, has now announced for filming Comic Con in Glasgow. And you know, you can't resist seeing Carly Monroe twice. Who doesn't want to see her twice in the same year? That's like birthday twice. I'm trying to think of another way to put it other than saying it's my birthday twice. But yeah, so I want to save as much money as possible, because I've been looking at a pile of stuff for her to sign. I've got Star Crash, the last horror film, and what's the Sinbad movie she's in called?
Yeah, is it Eye of the Tiger?
No, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, I think it is.
Okay,
but the Sinbad movie that she's in as well, because I've got the really nice Powerhouse film set, so I want to take that and get it signed. But as always, sorry I'm ranting. Thank you for watching. If there's anything that we've got here that you want to chat about or ask any questions, just leave them below. You know we like to talk about horror films. I'll put the link to our Facebook group on here again, because if anybody's missed the last ones, feel free to come and join us. All we do is talk about horror films, and the great thing about it is that I have found so many hidden treasure horror films from the guys on there. It's good but also bad, because I'm spending money trying to find these films, but also good that I'm actually finding these movies. There's been some proper hidden treasures in that mix, and I think from what they're saying, everyone on the group, they feel kind of the same. Like, it's great finding movies that you've never heard of before. Yeah, so feel free to come and join us and just talk horror all day, every day. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and take care.